Welcome to HeartGlow CEO, where high achievers evolve into purpose-driven powerhouses. I'm Casey Rossi, your integrative leadership coach. Join us to break free from people-pleasing and burnout, exploring mindset, embodiment, and soul alignment. Discover expert insights, success stories, and actionable tips for holistic wealth on your terms. This is where transformation meets the modern female leader. Let's go. Hey there, beautiful soul. Today we're diving into the magic of adding more heart into your life and business. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or simply someone ready to take the reins of your own journey, this episode is for you. Now you might be thinking, Casey, heart sounds great, but what does it really mean? I'm so glad you asked. Let's dive into it, starting with the science of the heart. Did you know that your heart sends more signals to the brain than the other way around? According to HeartMath Institute, the heart has its intrinsic nervous system compiled of over 40,000 neurons. This heart brain is constantly processing information, and the signals it sends can actually shape how you think, feel, and perform. When you're in a state of heart coherence, a sweet spot where your heart and brain sync up, you experience less stress, improved focus, and even better decision making. Let's take a minute to think about those benefits. Less stress. What would it mean to you if you could feel more balanced? If you could feel a little less anxiety, a little less that everyone else has the secret that you weren't let in on, and that perpetual feeling of being behind the eight ball? What would it look like if you could focus more? If every shiny object didn't send you down a rabbit hole for 20 minutes or more? If you had more focus, what do you think you'd feel like at the end of the day? What would your to-do list look like if you didn't lose transition time from jumping from one tab to the next? And lastly, what about decision making? Imagine not ruminating on all the possible outcomes, but just confidently being able to make a decision efficiently from your own gut instinct. Could you imagine all the bandwidth and space that you'd free up? Sometimes when we learn a new tool, it's easy to gloss over the benefits like, yeah. And that's why I wanted you to just start getting your imagination juices flowing. Because heart coherence is something you can train. Think about it. What if the secret to leading your life wasn't about pushing harder or hustling more, but about connecting to the wisdom already inside you? Yes, please. Here's the truth. Leadership isn't just about guiding a team or running a business. Leadership starts within. When you align with your heart, you unlock clarity, resilience, and that magnetic energy that inspires others. You know what I'm talking about. One of my favorite quotes from Lao Tzu is, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. This isn't just about thinking you know. It's about feeling it deep in your bones. That's the kind of alignment the heart offers us. When I'm honest and reflect on this, I see how many times I've chased this feeling. From the number of self-care events to external things like shopping and food, chasing the feeling to feel aligned, only to circle right back to the truth that alignment starts from within, and accessing it through your big and beautiful heart is the gateway to our new reality. Can you relate? Much of what we load on our schedules or put on our vision boards is to gain a feeling. It's not really about the yoga or sound healing class or the new foundation that promises to blur wrinkles and give you a wonderful glow. It's how those things will make us feel. That's what we're after. A feeling of peace and balance, a feeling of confidence and hope. It's the feeling state that drives our decisions. And from that feeling state, you can program your life. Last year, I became a certified HeartMath mentor. I casually wove the techniques into my work. I love that the tools can be used with eyes open or closed, which is different from many other meditative techniques. It's been especially helpful for my nonprofit organization leaders who may have, not been exposed to somatic or healing tools before. Those that would perhaps poo-poo turning within as something that was woo or not professional. What I saw from their experiences has been beyond heart-touching. It's given me confidence in the work and has increased my desire to bring heart alignment to more and more individuals. I want to share 2 examples of this heart coherence and what I saw. One is in a professional setting, and then I'll circle back and share one that was in a personal setting. So the very first example is a director of a nonprofit. She is high-strung, type A personality, and has been driven for success since she was young. It's brought her a high position and financial stability, but her nervous system is jacked. She has problems sleeping, and her leadership style has been described as abrasive. Ouch. We started using somatic exercises in her coaching sessions. At first, she didn't think she'd be able to silence her mind long enough to feel any benefit at all. She was open to continue to try and started doing mindfulness exercises at home, like journaling and writing love letters to her young kids to give them when they're grown, which I just thought was so incredibly sweet and touching. She started to experience more peace and a sense of calm surety. She was more open to let her personal side show at work and lay down the guard that she became so accustomed to. Her mask that used to show that everything's fine, I'm fine when you're fine, it's all fine. But inside, she was actually feeling pushed and chaotic. She was slowly allowing to dissolve that mask. As the months went by, we started to be able to drop in so much easier. She didn't hesitate closing her eyes or putting her hand on her heart. I can intuitively see her whole system trusted her more and was thirsty for deep healing. Now she has made a significant life change, gained personal confidence, and sees a positive impact at work in a much softer way. You have this ability too. You have everything inside you to be exactly what you desire. May you need a little guidance or someone to hold space for you as you explore? In my humble opinion, yes, and it's my honor to be that guide. For the next case study, I'll leave you with her direct feedback after 8 weeks of HeartMath mentoring. This is her testimonial. Quote, "Before participating in Casey's Heart Mentorship, I was concerned about the time commitment and vulnerability. After several weeks of practicing the HeartMath techniques, I can switch off anxiety and negative emotions, regulate my heart rate, bring myself back into coherence, and recognize when a shift is present. The big win and surprise was that I wanted to be loved and that it started with me. Through this, I experienced dropping in and coming into alignment and awareness of needs. This was life-changing. I'm positive it will be beneficial for so many, and I'm grateful." That was from Beverly Brewer. All right, so you may be wondering, this sounds awesome, but how can I bring it into my life? And there are a variety of wonderful tools and techniques for alignment. Different ways that you can get that coherence of the heart and the brain, ways that you can tune into your deep gut intuition and access for yourself what you heard from those 2 case studies, dropping in, coming into alignment, understanding yourself better, understanding your own awareness better. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple HeartMath technique. Let me share one of my favorites. It's really a foundational technique that you can use right away to get started. It is the HeartMath heart-focused breathing. It's also been referred to as the quick coherence technique because just like that, in 30 to 60 seconds, you can feel, and science has proven, a coherence between the heart-brain. So if you're driving, press me on pause and remember to circle back to this. But if you can allow yourself the space, eyes open or eyes closed, and just taking 30 to 60 seconds to drop in, that would be amazing. Here's how it works. Place your attention on the area of your heart. Breathe a little slower and deeper than usual. Imagine your breath flowing in and out of your chest. Beautiful. And that's it. In just a few seconds, you will notice a shift, a greater sense of calm and connection. Don't be fooled by the simplicity, because again, this is research backed. They have over 400 peer reviews and published papers all around their different techniques. Again, this is the foundational step one. And I would love for you to think about ways that you can tune in your life and really start to place your attention on the area of your heart. And take a moment, again, eyes open or closed. You can do this before a meeting. You can do this before a conversation with a loved one or a colleague. You can do it before you create content for your business, just to come back to yourself, tune into the heart, imagine that breath flowing in and out of the heart and chest space, and just giving it that moment to tune in. I'm so excited to hear your experience. I've been feeling called to expand my work into helping more people lead their lives with heart, whether or not they identify as entrepreneurs. Because here's the thing, when you align your heart and mind, you're not just making better decisions, you're creating a life that feels purposeful and fulfilling. If you're ready to explore what's next for you, and you want a partner in the journey, I would love to connect one-on-one. Together, we can map out the steps to becoming the leader of your own life. As you go into this week, I want you to remember this. Your heart is more than a muscular organ. It is your compass. When you add heart to your life and business, you do not just survive, you thrive. It is like boop, boop, boop. Right? We're not just surviving. We're not just in that middle state of coping. We are literally taking the lid off. And many times that lid is a self-imposed glass ceiling. I see this happen all the time with beautiful, heart-centered, conscious business leaders. They have their own self-imposed glass ceiling. When you start to have this heart coherence, you get to remove barriers. And there is this confidence that starts coming in. There is this mindset that starts to really lean into the hope and the truth of unlimited potentiality. It's so exciting. All right, so thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who could use to add a little more heart into their life. If you want to go deeper, check out the show notes for more resources or to book a session with me. Until next time, my friend, keep glowing and leading with love, and breathe joy.